Hi, I'm Chris,
And I'm Eli.
and we are the Landlord Gurus. We've been managing our own rental property for decades now, and we've created this show to share our experiences, tips, and best practices we've refined over the years. Thanks for joining us, whether you found us on YouTube or our podcast or on landlordgurus.com. Before we get started, just a reminder to like, share, and subscribe so you'll get notified when we put out new content. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Landlord Gurus podcast video channel, wherever you might be finding us. I'm Chris. This is Eli.
Hi.
And today we just wanted to introduce another new, we think, exciting product that we are offering to our viewers and listeners out there. We recently talked about our Landlording A to Z online class that we launched. Today we are launching a online coaching or mentorship with Landlord Gurus. And we'll talk about what that entails, kinds of topics and advice that we can discuss with you and sort of how the whole process works.
Right.
Eli, do you want to take it away?
Yeah. And just as kind of a recap of who we are and what we do, and as a way of kind of illustrating what we can offer. Chris and I have owned and have been managing residential rental properties, both single family and multifamily, for collectively 35-ish years. So we've been doing this quite a while, and we take care of every aspect of managing those properties on a day-to-day basis. So that's everything from actually, purchase decisions. So, that's something that we could consult on depending on what aspect, you need help with. We can help with that, down to the details of how to write a good ad to advertise your vacancies, and just best practices for actually how to go about really efficiently showing and renting up and managing tenants, managing maintenance, every aspect of that. We both also have experience in construction and remodeling. I've been doing that for on and off for as long as I've been doing this. So, and Chris and I have actually flipped houses together. So we can speak to many of those kind of building related topics as well. So if you're an independent landlord and you're managing yourself, we're right there with you, and we'd love to share some of our experiences with you and see if we can help you out.
Yeah, exactly. As you were saying, we've been doing this for a while. We, sometimes struggle through a lot of the issues. There's a lot of things that, maybe we encounter for the first time or haven't encountered a particular, issue for a while. And what Eli and I have done in the past is we've always just bounced these ideas off each other. Like, hey, here's what's happening. I don't know what to do. What do you do, Eli? And we talked about it. And that's sort of how Landlord Gurus got started to begin with. Is we had been bouncing ideas and asking questions of each other quite frequently. So, we've decided to kind of put all this down in paper or on websites, now in videos and podcasts. And so we're still getting those questions. And as we've kind of expanded our reach, we're hearing from other landlords out there that kind of have gone through or are going through some of these same questions and same issues, and particularly in other places in the country where they might be going through some of the landlord tenant issues that we have gone through here in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then we're, still going through. So we like to think that we have experienced quite a bit of, different, sometimes painful practices out here. And we know that others are doing that as well. So
It's a good time to mention that we're not lawyers. So we are well versed in the general rules and kind of the common sense practical interpretation of landlord tenant law, but we aren't qualified to advise on specific legal disputes or make any kind of and we'll tell you, if you need something that we can't provide. But there are lots of lawyers out there. They're a lot more expensive than we are, but
yes.
so we'll try to keep you from having to go there if we can, but we'll also tell you if we can't advise you on your specific challenge at the moment.
Exactly.
So Chris, you want to talk about kind of how we're structuring it and what they would be signing up for?
Yeah. So we'll put the link to where you go to sign up and learn more about this down here in the video description or the podcast description, and you can check it out. But generally the gist is you would come to the page and you would sort of book an initial 15-minute consultation session. So you'd sign up for the product. You'd have choices to whether you want the free 15-minute or whether we do have a paid 30-minute and a paid 60-minute offering on that page as well. But the first time you come here, you would sign up for that free 15-minute consultation. We would then give you a link to our Calendly page where you can schedule a 15-minute time with us. And on that time, we'd log in and could talk to you about, you'd sort of explain what your issues are, what kind of questions you are thinking of, what problems you might be having. We'll just keep that relatively brief. And then we would go away and take some time to then kind of figure out, what sort of the best path moving forward would be for you. And then, we direct you to then go sign up for either the 30-minute or the 60-minute coaching session, which then you could do. And again, schedule a session for some time in the future. We would come back at that time and kind of outline what we're thinking and how we can best advise you moving forward, and go through a lot of those details and really, hopefully get you going in the direction that you need to go and get you some actual concrete resources, whether that's a way to collect rent online, or whether that's, how to get a good, lease, state-specific lease in your hand, that kind of thing.
Right. Or best ways to, to optimize your showing practice. So you're only showing your place to people that are pretty close to qualified, and how to execute. These are the day-to-day best practice things are where, Chris and I feel like we can really offer the best practice. It's the type of thing that you gain over the course of years of doing it. So we're happy to share that. And while we have this, free 15-minute initial consultation, and then a 30-minute session and a 1-hour session up on the site, we also can do longer or kind of ongoing consultation with you as well. So we'll hear your issues, and we'll come back with kind of a suggestion on how we think it would be best for us to work together. Or maybe, hopefully not, but maybe if we're not the people to help you with it, we'll let you know that and try to help you find somebody who is.
Exactly. But the great thing is that, that first 15-minute consultation is free. So, and really there's nothing to lose. You can check it out, talk with us.
No obligation.
See if we're right for you, and see if we can help you get your problem solved.
So visit us. Come and sign up for the 15-minute. Come talk to us, and we'll let you know what we can do for you.
Yep. We're excited about it, and we'll put the links down here below. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thanks.